Hello, and welcome to the Notary Life with Kimmi Podcast. I am also one of the trainers with Notary Educators, which includes myself, Kimberly Nunnally, Angela Johnson, and Alexis Franklin. We each own our own very successful notary businesses and teach notaries in all 50 states to be great and grow their own business. We will discuss general notary work, apostilles, ink fingerprinting, and the duties of a notary signing agent, and much, much more. For all of your notary needs, please visit notaryeducatorsllc.com. We hope you enjoy the show, and we wish you much success. And welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. I hope everyone is doing well. Hey, everybody, welcome. I am going to see, can I get Facebook up really quick? I'm not sure if Alexis and Angela will join me tonight because this was kind of spur of the moment. Let me see, can I pull up Facebook? How is everybody doing? Can you guys hear me okay? Just making sure. Let me see, can I get Facebook? If I can't, I won't be able to call the names, but I can still talk to Facebook. Well, let me see really quick. How's everybody Friday going? Let me see. Friday. Okay, here we go. Facebook. Yay. Okay, cool. Now I can see Facebook. Can you guys hear me okay? What's going on? I see we have 7 people with us so far. Welcome to those who will join us on the replay. Hey, Miss Terry C, Chantel, Frank, my regular people. What's going on? Hey, Monica. Oh, good. I'm good. Thank you. I'm good. Hi, Curleen. How are you? Welcome, everybody. And again, those who will join us on the replay. Well, tonight's topic is so interesting, guys. And it's so funny because I was going to do this topic anyway. I got home and I looked at the Facebook group, and lo and behold, someone else in the group had a similar situation, even worse than my situation today. So we're going to talk about it. First of all, have you ever had an assignment where your client was drunk or buzzed? This is going to be some frank conversation tonight. So I guess I should say, if you got kids in the room, they may not know the term buzzed. I don't know. So we'll just put that disclaimer out, because I'm just going to use that for now. Intoxicated, under the influence, all of those good things. So have you ever had that happen? So throw a 1 in the chat for me if you have, and a 2 if that's never happened to you. Oh, thank you, Curleen. Thank you. So yeah, have you ever had that happen? Let's see if you had it happen. 1, if you've had a client that was kind of under the influence, buzzed, drunk, whatever word you want to insert. Or 2, if it hasn't happened yet. And it's so funny because, like I said, I got home tonight. So I'm going to start off with what happened to our fellow, not yet, looks like a lot of 2s. Okay, somebody else had it happen in Facebook. Let me see who that is. Victor. Hey, Victor. Let me know if you feel comfortable coming up discussing what happened with you. I will invite you on the stage with me this evening if you feel comfortable. Jill has actually had that happen too. Frank says 1 and many times. Okay. So I've only had it happen a few times, but after it happened to me tonight, I said, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this. Let's talk about it. So, okay. Victor says yes. So let me send Victor a link so he can come up and he can tell his own story, and then I'll tell mine. Victor will be my co-host this evening. Okay. So let me invite Victor up. Hey, Willie Purnell, what's going on with you? I just put the link in there, Victor, for StreamYard. And Victor has his own YouTube channel about real estate. So Victor's been with us for a minute. He answers a lot of questions in Facebook. If you are not a part of our Facebook group, please join the Facebook group. It's Notary Educators. It's completely free. Sign up for the email list. Again, completely free. We'll talk about a few other things in just a moment, but I want to see, can we get Victor up right quick? Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Hey, Barbara. Hi, Jill. Donna, what's going on? Welcome. Hey, Liliana. Happy Friday. We are trying to pull Victor up because he had a similar experience. I was going to tell it, but Terry C says Victor has great reels. Thank you, Terry. I'm sure he'll appreciate the shout out. So let's see, can Victor hop on with us really quick? And then we're going to get into these stories, guys, because there's some crazy stuff happening. And what's, like I said, we have to remember that in some states, marijuana is legal. So if somebody just sitting back doing their thing, but then how does it affect us as a notary? And this topic actually is for anyone. It's not just related to notary. So if you're happen to catch this because of the thumbnail, any business that you're in, you can have a client that is under the influence or not quite in their right mind. It's an altered state. Hey, MoFit, what's going on? Hey, Martha. Why don't I tell you my story while we wait for Victor right quick? That way I won't hold you guys all night because it is Friday. Thank you again for joining us. So tonight we're talking about what to do when your client is drunk or buzzed. So what happened with me tonight, when I pulled up to the client's house, they had a beer. I didn't really think too much of it, quite honestly. The only reason I did think twice about it was because he had 2 dogs, and one of them was super big, and I could hear it. And I said, does everyone in the house know, because you guys know I'm afraid of dogs. I said, does everyone in the house know that I'm here? He said, oh, I'm here alone. Okay, but now I'm thinking you have the beer in you. You might not really be all there. He wasn't acting as if he wasn't. He was fully aware, fully competent, no problems. But then, like I said, my concern was, did he actually lock the gate for, where he put the dogs? Was it secure? That was my main thing at first. So then he put the beer on the counter. Still didn't think too much of it. Then when he brought it to the table and the name brand and the alcohol content, when I read it, it said over 50%. And I said, I said, 50 sounds like a lot, but I was like, it's not 100. So I drink, but I'm not a big drinker. So I know a little, a cooler might have 12%, 5%, something really small, right? So when I saw 50 on the can, that's what caught my eye. So I said, I wonder, is he okay? Super nice. So he double backed. He came back in the conversation after a few minutes and he says, I'm sorry if I wasn't quite nice to you all. So now I'm wondering, is he okay? Because he's been super, super nice. I mean, because me and dogs, right? So I go in with this whole, does everybody know I'm here? And he was so kind and everything, right? So I said, is he having like a little moment where he's not remembering? He wasn't that old where he was having like that kind of senior moment. So I said, is he kind of under the influence? I'm wondering. So then we start going through the documents. Everything was okay. And then we got to a couple of documents. He was like, I just don't know what to put. So I said, well, okay, let's call the person who gave me the package. So we called the lender, whoever it was. And actually he was selling, so it was title. We called title. She answered a couple questions. So he sounded normal, whatever. So then when we left out, I said, I wonder, he was, like I said, fully competent. That this whole situation didn't trigger anything like what Victor is going to probably tell us about with his situation. But it just got me to wondering how many people are under the influence. And I've had it happen before, but never thought nothing of it. And it wasn't that bad. But then I got to thinking too, and answered me this guy. So in that case, everything went well. The signing was complete. We got through it. He wasn't irate, belligerent, because sometimes when people drink, they become belligerent. They become irate. It alters their state, some people. You never know what the reaction is going to be when some persons have alcohol and stuff, right? So are they going to be tripping out with you? You just never know. But we had another situation. This got me to thinking where they actually offered us some alcohol, like the brown liquor. Okay. So again, this topic is kind of grown up if you don't want your children to hear about this. But they offered brown liquor to us and we were at an assignment. And they were super cool. And we did not partake, of course, because we're working. It's just like the police officer. You wouldn't offer a police officer something to drink. And if you would, I'm sure they wouldn't take it. So we're talking to the clients or whatever, and we were like, oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. And they were like, well, how about some wine? A little less aggressive. No, because what if you are drinking with your client they come out of that stoop, because it does alter you. I don't care what you say. They come out of that and be like, oh, the notary was drinking with me and they had me sign this, or they told me to do this, or maybe they accuse you of doing something incorrectly because you were under the influence. That can go bad on so many ways. So my first client tonight, again, we didn't have to do anything crazy with him, but the second one, we did have to decline that we were not going to drink with them. So what are your thoughts about the whole drinking? And then don't forget the marijuana now, because again, it's legal in a lot of states. So you walk in, you get a contact, hopefully not, but it happens. And it has happened to me. I could be walking like an apartment complex. That has happened. Not necessarily coming out of my client's apartment, but right next door. So now you're walking in with that scent on you. I mean, it's just so many variables when you're talking about this kind of thing. So what are your thoughts? How should you handle a client that is drinking and that is irate? Because that's what happened with Victor. If he doesn't make it on in a minute, I'm going to go ahead and tell you his story. Barbara is saying, no, you are working. No. Yes, that would be a no-go. That would be a no. I would not recommend drinking casually with your client. I would not. Even if it's a friend. I'm going to be honest with you. I always say I treat my friends when I'm doing business with my notarizations just like a regular client. We are not kicking back, having wine, and I'm notarizing your documents. No more than if I was a surgeon and you are my buddy. I'm getting ready to do surgery on you. Me and you going to have a glass of wine before I do your surgery. It's just not professional. It's just not. Oh, let me see. Can I put the link over in Facebook for you, Victor? Hold on. There you go. It's in Facebook now. Okay, Victor's going to click the link. Hold on. I had put it over on YouTube. Sorry, Victor. So, yeah, so that's just not professional. So for me, if I'm handling that type of client, that sounds something like, I haven't had to actually do this, but I always like to think about how would I handle something. And this is called being prepared. For me, that sounds something like, well, Mr. Smith, if you don't mind, perhaps maybe we can come back tomorrow. I just want to make sure I know you're off work because it's Friday night, right? He probably chill, want to enjoy his beer, his wine, whatever, his smoke, whatever it is. And I would say something like, Mr. Smith, I know it's Friday night. Seem like you know, kind of enjoying your beer or your beverage, whatever. Do you mind if I come back tomorrow? I really want to just make sure that you're clear and you really understand what you're signing. Because they're signing all these important documents. My client was selling a property. And then tomorrow he wakes up and realizes, what did I do? You know? And I was a party to that as a notary. And if I feel like that person is not in their right mind, it's my duty, it's my job to speak up. Okay? So we're going to let Victor tell us what happened with him and his assignment today. 1 second. We're going to add him to the stream. Hey, Victor, welcome. I don't know if you're frozen. I've added you to the stream, though. Victor, can you hear us? Looks like you're frozen. Let me remove him and let him come back in. Victor, you're frozen. I'm going to remove you from the stream and then see, can you come back? All right. So, yeah, I think that that's how I would handle it, though. I got a little tickle, y'all. That's how I would handle it. I would just let them know, hey, we're going to have to do this another day. Now, if they becoming downright belligerent, ugly and all that, it ain't even no second thing about it. Mr. Smith, I have to return tomorrow. Unfortunately, I won't be able to complete the signing. I'm not going to address his state because I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not going to be like, well, I have to come back tomorrow because you're drunk. Or I have to come back tomorrow because you've been smoking. No, I would really make sure you are very, very diplomatic. And again, something to the effect, I'm sorry, but I want to make sure you're able to really comprehend what you're doing. So Be Well says, let's get what Chantel says. Chantel says, not every dollar is meant to be made. I'm rolling out and I don't care who doesn't like it. And see, to Chantel's point, in my case, My documents were supposed to be scanned tonight. The signing was at 3. So I'm running in on 2 wheels over here, y'all, tonight doing this live. That's why I say Angela and I probably couldn't make it. I'm gonna get Victor again. But my documents had to be signed by at 3. I had to scan them back and get to UPS before 5 o'clock. So what if I couldn't have done that signing tonight? It would not have been pretty. Let's bring Victor up. Hey, Victor.
Hey, can everybody hear me?
Yes. How are you?
Really? Good. I mean, I'm a little, I'm a little distressed, but thank God nothing bad happened, beyond, just the experience.
Yeah. So I didn't tell your story yet. Do you mind sharing what happened? Because
yeah,
I read it in Facebook when I got home. It was so funny. I was already going to do this topic. And then when I read your Facebook comment, I was like, I wonder will Victor come on. So what happened with you?
Right. Yeah. So, I was at home today. It was a little slow because it's raining a lot over here. So I got a call from somebody. It was a lady. So she told me that, they were going to foreclose on her brother's property, blah, 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 blah. But they got it back. So now they have to notarize the deed. And she asked me to call her brother so I can help him. And so I did, and everything was fine. The guy, he was a little older, very nice. And so everything was looking good. So I get there and, uh, everything's fine. I sit at the table. So then he tells me, oh, it's for my son. And I go like, oh, okay. I thought it was for him, for the older guy. But then the son comes over. So he's about my size. I'm 5'11", and he was like pretty buff, like 230 pounds maybe. And I said hi, and right off the bat he started like ranting, about random stuff, like he was upset with his family, blah 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 blah, and this and that, but then things got like really dark, like he started talking about the police coming to get him, his probation, and at one point he talked about somebody getting shot, and that's when I was like, oh hell no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not doing this because part of our job is to make sure people are in the right mind to be able to find stuff. So this guy is like, and he actually lit a cigarette and he was like waving it around, close to my face, and I was like, oh God, please let me get out of life. I thought he was gonna, I thought he was gonna attack me at any second, because he was super agitated. I've never seen anything like that. My guess is coke or meth, one or the other, because I've never seen anybody so agitated.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a no-go. So at one point I just stood up and I told him, I'm sorry, I can't do this, but I didn't went into details because I didn't want to escalate the situation. So I just
you just said, Victor, so you just said I can't do it. You didn't like give an explanation.
Yeah, so I didn't want to say why. I didn't want to do it because the way he was behaving, he was obviously on something.
Right.
If not, he was on, he had some real serious, mental issues. So,
right.
When I walked out, the older guy, the father, he followed me outside and he was apologizing. Oh, I'm so sorry. And then I explained what happened to him. I go like, part of my job is to make sure that people are in the right mind that when they're signing stuff, and he's too agitated. I don't know what's going on. I'm not comfortable, doing this. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. So he did give me $20 for gas, whatever. But honestly, in my mind, I was only thinking about getting out of there,
Right. Now, was this general notary or a signing agent? What was this?
I mean, it was a deed, but I got it through my Google listing. Like it wasn't through like a signing company.
So it was general notary. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and on top of everything, the father, he couldn't find the document, so that was, that prolonged the situation even more. That I was there for longer than I should have had, and I was like, no, I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore.
What? Yeah. Wait a minute, they didn't even have the document?
Yeah, so he was like struggling to find the document, and then the guy, the signer, he got upset, and he started rambling about the police, and his PO, whatever. I think he was on probation or something.
Mm-hmm,
Uh,
mm-hmm.
yeah. So and then he started talking about people getting shot and blood, and I'm like, oh no, 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 oh no, I'm out of here.
Oh, oh
Yeah,
my goodness, Victor. And it's so funny because like I said, I was just getting ready to do this video anyway. I could not get my thumbnail correctly when I was in the car.
yeah.
And then when I got home and I looked into Facebook, I was like, oh my goodness, Victor just had the same thing happen. And your situation
Yeah.
was way worse because my guy wasn't irate. It was just like I
Hmm.
said, it put a thought in my mind. And that's not the first time I've been around that situation. My other client, like I said, they actually offer me alcohol. Have you
Oh
ever
boy.
had anybody offer you anything to drink with them, like a alcohol
Um,
liquor?
no, other than water or maybe food, but not, never alcohol. Thank God.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
drink anyway. But yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, so you're right. Weed is illegal. I mean, weed is legal in my state. So, but that was not weed at all. Because when people smoke it, they calm down. But the guy was super agitated.
Have
Yeah.
you encountered that in your state since you're mentioning it's legal? Have you
I I
encountered people that
I,
are
I
under the
you know, I,
influence?
because I give people options. So some people can't afford my or they don't want to pay my mobile fee, so I
Right.
meet them at a plaza that's right on my street. And one time I met with this young guy. He was like in his early 20s, so he was notarizing. He was gonna work for a dispensary, and I had to notarize like it was like an attestation form or whatever. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what they call it here. um, so yeah, I was doing my job, and and once I handed over the paperwork, once I was done, I look over and he was lighting a blunt, like right in the car. Yeah,
Oh my god. Yeah, because
yeah.
it's
And I was
legal.
like, "Can you drive like that?" And he goes like, "Yeah, you couldn't, yeah, you can't even tell when I'm high because he's so used to it." He was
Yeah,
like,
it's
"Oh,
legal.
like OJ Kush."
Right, right, right. And also in Louisiana. When I visited Louisiana, I was like, they could walk around with their alcohol drinks.
Yeah.
If you purchase something, there's nothing to walk around the street and drive. I asked my friend, I said, "Do y'all have a lot of accidents here?" She said, "Yeah."
Go figure, right? Oh
Right.
boy.
She was like, "Yeah, we do."
Oh
So it's
god.
just interesting the different things that we encounter out there
Yeah.
in these notary streets.
Yeah. So far, that's been the only like scary experience I've had. I don't want to discourage anybody. Just be careful, and just have like an exit strategy. Like
Yeah.
yeah, if you go in, remember where the door is, whatever, and if you can carry a gun, if that's what you want, perfect.
Well,
I don't, I don't judge.
we won't tell them to carry a gun here on Notary Life with Kimmy. We ain't gonna say
Yeah,
that, but whatever you do in your
yeah,
state or whatever you do in your personal business
yeah,
or your business.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, but it's been overwhelmingly positive. Yeah, that's been the only bad thing. And he was not like rude towards me, but he was
Yeah,
just ranting like out of his mind. He was not like, oh, you this, you that. No, thank God.
yes,
I didn't take it personal. Hmm.
yes.
I
Victor,
was not happy.
do
No.
you okay, I was gonna ask you, thank you so much for sharing that. Do you mind? Do you have like 2 more minutes to tell us what's going on in your business? Because I know I've been trying to interview you for a moment, and now since I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
you, I don't want
yeah,
to let you
yeah.
go.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, I'm glad to be talking. Helping people here on the group.
Yeah,
So
you're
yeah.
very good and very active in our Facebook group. I want you to know
Mhm.
publicly. I tell you, we talk sometimes. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I value your information that you share with the other notaries and how generous you
Mhm.
are. We really do.
Thank you. Mhm.
How are things going in your business? Do you mind telling us how you got started? And I know
Yeah,
you're in
sure.
the no fees. You don't have any fee restrictions in your
Yeah,
state. What is
so
that
yeah,
like? Mhm.
yeah. So I'm very, very blessed to be in a state that doesn't restrict my fees. I don't charge people an arm and a leg, but I did a lot of research and I studied my competition and I priced myself in a way that I'm not the cheapest, but I'm not the most expensive either.
Right.
Um, if anything, I'm pretty reasonable because I see some of my competitors charging upwards of $200 for a mobile, and that's insane. But yeah, I always wanted to be my own boss. I've been wanting that for years. So I once I was able to, um, to gather the courage, if you will, I became a realtor. However, you know that it takes a while to get paid. Even if you have a client, even if you got a deal going on, it might take 30 to 45 days for it to close. So
Hmm.
you're gonna be without income for a while. So I needed something that would, fill in the gaps. So I was doing research. What can I do? What can I do? And I actually read about being a notary, but I was not 100% sure. So I have this friend from Texas that she's with EXP. That's brokerage for realtors. So
Hmm.
she told me she was doing loan signings, and I was like, "Oh, really?" And then she started telling me more about it, and that got me excited. And I was like, "Oh, you know what? Let me give it a shot." So I figured out what I had to do to get my commission in my state, and fortunately, I have a friend that's an attorney here because that's one of the requirements. An attorney from Massachusetts has to vouch for you. So my friend, he vouched for me, and it was pretty easy. It only cost me $60, and then I bought like $500 worth of supplies, and I consider that a little high, but I wanted to be prepared. I bought the journal, everything, and I've made that money like 100, 200 times over.
I know you are doing
Yeah,
some
it's
amazing
been great.
stuff. You
It's
really
been great.
are. And one
Yeah,
other thing I really appreciate about you, Victor, is that you listen. I mean, when you have called and reached out to me, whatever we talk about, you implement. You're very
yeah.
humble. You're
Thank you,
very
thank you.
humble, and it's for men sometimes it's hard for them to take,
Hmm.
information and lead from a woman.
Yeah, yeah.
But
No,
whatever I
man.
say, I'm like, Victor, you
I
should do
mean, I
ABC.
consider you a legend because I've seen your profile, and you got so many reviews. I'm like blown away.
I ask everybody for a
Oh
review.
yeah, yeah,
I ask
yeah, yeah.
everybody. I ask
And,
everybody.
and I keep saying it in the group. If you want your Google profile to bring you more business, you gotta feed it. It's all for the algorithm. The
Yep,
algorithm looks at the reviews, and it
yep,
goes like, oh yeah, she's doing good. Let
yep.
me show her ad more. Blah 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 blah.
It's
So
true. It works for you. How many
exactly.
reviews are you at? If you don't mind me asking, I know you just hit over 100, right?
Right now I'm at 132, and all 5 stars.
Wow,
Yeah,
Victor, that is
I'm catching up to
amazing.
you.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you for that. I am so honored to be on your journey with you. I am not
thank you,
kidding.
thank
You
you.
have done some amazing things,
Thank you. Yeah,
and I am really
and the apostille, I'm getting more apostille work. This month alone, I did three. I made
really
yeah, I made almost $1,000 just from apostille.
wow, Victor. You are doing a thing now. Do you do ink fingerprinting too?
No, I've been looking into that. I That's something I want to bring into my business this year. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
I am going to do you a favor. I'm going to gift you the course. Okay.
Oh wow! Thank
Yes,
you.
because I just really appreciate you.
Hmm.
Again, all the many things that you have brought to notary educators and the way
Thank
you
you.
help the other notaries has just been such a blessing for me because myself, Angela, and Alexis, we can't do it all. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no
Hmm.
way.
No problem.
So you're always in and out the group. So let us do something for you. So I want
Mhm.
everybody in the world that's watching to know that Victor
Mhm.
C, because I remember when the very first YouTube comment you ever did,
Yeah, yeah,
Victor C.
yeah. My
And
my my last name initial.
yeah, and you finally reached out and we started having conversations and stuff. And again, I'm just so honored to be on your journey with you.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to text you the code so you can get the course
Thank you. I
tonight.
appreciate
And it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. So let me know if you
it.
have any questions about it after
Mhm.
you take it.
Yeah.
Look, the only thing I ask is you leave me a review.
Yeah, sure thing. You got it. Yeah.
I'm gonna send you a link for notary educators so you can leave me a review over there.
Yeah, yeah. Like for other people watching, I would say, get on Google. If you can afford ads, go for it. That's really helped me. I mean, at this point, I think because you know, when you have ads, Google lets you know when you pick up the phone, it goes like, oh, Google ad customer, you know, so you know when you're getting it from the just the regular listing and the ad. So at this
Right.
point, I think I'm getting most of them from my actual listing because I got so many reviews. I'm probably ranking pretty high. So yeah,
Right.
you gotta work on those reviews, you know, everybody.
That is
Mhm.
so good. Well, we're going to let you go because I actually need to get out of here too. I've had such a
Mhm.
long day. I'm just tired.
Yeah,
But thank you again for sharing your story, Victor. Again, your experience.
thank you.
Just one last question I have for you, and then
Mhm.
we really will wrap it up.
Yeah, sure.
How would you? Wouldn't you? How can I can't even get the words out. My mind is going 100 miles an hour. Would you encourage people to sign up for the free Facebook group as a resource?
You agree?
Yes,
Oh
notary
yeah,
educators.
a
Yes.
100%. Yeah, I mean, you really know your stuff, and you have a way about yourself. You're pretty nurturing, like almost like a mother-like figure. You know what I
I'll
mean?
take it.
Yeah,
I'll
I think
take
yeah, I
it.
think you're a great teacher. Yeah.
Well, I do appreciate it again, Victor. So I'll send you that code so you can get the course. I wish you and your family the best. You and that little baby. I see him all the time.
Mhm.
I see
Thank
him. I
you.
think on another. I see him on another group that we're part of together.
Oh yeah, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So congratulations on that too. Well, we're gonna wish you much success in your business. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little outro here for
Yeah, no problem.
everybody, and
Hmm.
we'll see you later, Victor. Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, you
Anything.
stay safe out there.
Hmm. Take
Okay,
care.
bye. So, hey guys, that was Victor C. He's a part of our Facebook group, as I mentioned already. For those of you who are not on the in the Facebook group, I highly recommend you join. It's completely free. All of the courses right now are 60% off. They were 50, we increased it. They are actually 60% off now. Coupon code is WIN23. That's for the self-paced. The live training is 50% off, including Angela's apostille course. So check out everything at notaryeducatorsllc.com. I'm sorry I don't have any time for questions this evening because I've had a super long day, guys. I'm exhausted, but I just had to get on here and do this live. So as always, I thank you all for your support. We would love to be a part of your notary journey here, Notary Educators and Notary Life with Kimmi. And until next time, guys, we wish you much success and have a fabulous weekend out there. Okay, go get your money and be safe. Bye. Good night. Hello, hello. This is Notary Life with Kimmi. Well, hey guys, welcome. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. This is an update to a video I did yesterday. So, just a little disclaimer, if you have little ones in the home and you don't want them watching this right this second or whatever, you don't feel like having this discussion, or it's going to be an adult topic about what to do when your client is either drunk or buzzed or intoxicated or whatever word you like to insert, under the influence. Okay. So we talked about this yesterday, and it was kind of funny because I had this happen to me yesterday. My client wasn't completely lit up or anything, but they had a beer at the signing, which is not normal. They had the beer when I walked in. They went and got the beer, brought it to the table. So I was kind of concerned. Eventually, I said, I hope he's in his right thinking capacities, but he was, though. So when I got home, though, I looked in the Facebook group, and lo and behold, Victor C., which is a member, he answered a lot of questions over there. He actually had the same thing happen, but his was 10 times worse. He felt his client was on cocaine, and they actually got belligerent, so much so to the point that he had to leave. So if you didn't catch that video, go back and watch it. It was last night. It was Friday night. It was a live. Yesterday was March 31st. I usually don't date videos, but it's important that you see this one if you didn't catch it already. So that'll be part one. This is part two, the follow-up. So why are we discussing this again? Well, I had a couple comments and some notaries, and we got to admit the majority of the notaries in this space are women, right? Almost 90% are women. So I would have been a little afraid too, but as I spoke about in the comments, I did not record the video for effect. I recorded it because it happened. I like to keep you guys informed as to what's going on out here in these notary streets, and you need to know. You need to know so you can be prepared. So as I stated to those couple of people that had expressed some concern, it was the first time they ever heard of anything like this. And I definitely understand that because we don't talk a lot about notary safety. I do have a whole video that myself, Angela, and Alexis, my other trainers here, we recorded together. We did a live all about notary safety. So if you didn't see that one also, I would highly go back and recommend you watch that one too, because we really got deep in that particular one. It was over an hour. So about notary safety. But back to the topic for this one. So again, the video wasn't created for shock factor. It actually happened and my client was drinking. Some people take medication is another reason they could be highly under the influence, because they actually take medication that may cause them to be kind of in a high state. Or we know in a lot of states, as we talked about last night, it's legal for people to smoke marijuana openly. And as I also mentioned last night, in some states such as Louisiana, you can actually walk down the street with your margarita in your hand. So it's nothing for people to have alcohol anywhere, anytime, whenever they want. So again, the purpose of the video was not to create fear. It was to really inform. And as I stated in my comments that I spoke to other people, knowledge is power. So now with the knowledge that you have of a circumstance that it could be out there, that better equips you and prepares you if you see it. Imagine if I did not do the video, Victor did not share his experience, and we just kept it to ourselves. And it's like, wow, you're a new notary. You go out, the person is intoxicated, tipsy, whatever word you want to put, buzz, high. And now you don't know what to do. You've never seen that before. You've never seen it before. So as we talked about again last night, does the signing continue? Do you stop it? What do you do? Go back and watch it. I actually gave verbiage on how to proceed in such a situation. So again, this was just a little follow-up to that video. And again, it was not meant to incite fear, a concern. It was just a couple of situations that happened, and we wanted to share that with you so you can be prepared. Knowledge is power. Now you know what to do. So just a little tidbit too while you're watching this. All of the self-paced courses are on sale, 60% off. Coupon code is WIN23, WIN23. All courses, self-paced and live, are at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And the live training right now is on sale for 50% off. I have 4 spaces available for my April class next Saturday. The first, I think it's April 8th, actually. I think it's April 8th, so we got a little time, but I have 4 slots available for that class. That's going to be a live Notarize Like a Pro. So if you need training on how to notarize your documents properly, that would be the class for you. The self-paced courses include, just really quick, Notarize Like a Pro, which teaches you how to notarize. Then we also have the I-9 training, the e-fingerprint training, the Build Your Business training. I think I'll do another video shortly, now that I'm thinking about it, for everyone to know what trainings we do have available. And everything that I'm talking about is notaryeducatorsllc.com. And also we have the coaching corner, which can help you to build your business. Once you've already got everything up and running, and now you need specific information to help with your business, that's what the coaching corner is for. So we got you covered A to Z. Well, anyway, guys, until next time, this is Notary Life with Kimmi. I wish you much success. Bye. Thank you again for listening to the Notary Life with Kimmi podcast. We would love to be a part of your notary journey. Please visit us at notaryeducatorsllc.com for all of your notary training needs. Also, please feel free to join the Notary Life with Kimmi YouTube channel, where Kimmi has over 400 videos that will help you to grow and build a successful notary business. Until the next episode, we wish you much success on your journey. Bye.